high-speed oval racing is not the first thing that comes to mind when thinking of motorsports in Canada. I, like many, associate the country with its great road courses, Mosport, Mont-Tremblant, and Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in Montreal. But dotted throughout the Great White Northern Country are a myriad of oval circuits which have strong ties to NASCAR short-track oval racing. Super Modifieds, the ACT Tour, and NASCAR's oval Canadian equivalent, these days called the Pinty Series, all make regular, sometimes weekly stops at these venues. Before a short time in the 1980s, Quebec, Canada became home to the fastest oval series on Earth and housed one of their most exciting venues, Sanair Super Speedway. Sanair sits just east of Montreal, near the city of Saint-Pie, Quebec. First built in 1970 as only a dragway, the 1.25-mile road course was added just 2 years later to expand the venue for sports and light Formula car racing. But in 1983, to attract a larger racing series to the area, a .826-mile oval was added to the property. Dubbed a super speedway, the oval may be classified more as a short track by modern standards, but Sanair Super Speedway remains Canada's largest oval circuit. The venue, shaped as a triangle, 3 corners each in varying radius. The Sanair Speedway was wide for its size and often saw multi-groove racing, even in faster cars. A bid was submitted for Sanair to be added to the expanding IndyCar calendar, and in 1984 the kart series made their debut, the small oval, for the inaugural Mulsanne Indy. Danny Sullivan was the winner of the first event, but it's perhaps most remembered for the career-challenging practice accident of Rick Mears. Spinning on the front straightaway while making a pass on Bobby Rahal and impacting the inside wall hard, Mears' feet were badly damaged in the crash. So badly damaged to the point where local doctors contemplated amputation, but quick thinking by Roger Penske to fly Mears back to Indianapolis, and surgery by kart specialist Dr. Stephen Olvery saw him luckily fully recover. The 1985 race was controversial. A late race caution saw the field pacing for a few short laps to go. After taking the white flag and coming through the final corner, the pace car unexpectedly drove into the pits and caught race leader Johnny Rutherford off guard. Poncho Carter seized the opportunity and jumped on the shocked Rutherford, Carter beating him to the stripe first and taking the win. In the following days, Rutherford was reinstated the winner, but the event left a bad taste in competitors' mouths. CART ran one more race the following year in 1986, with that year's Indy 500 winner Bobby Rahal coming away the victor over a charging Al Unser Jr. The racing at Sanair Super Speedway was fantastic, but the marriage was not meant to be. After 3 short years, the Mulsanne Indy was ended in Quebec, and IndyCar oval racing in Canada was a thing of the past. But now, Sanair Super Speedway has been recreated and released for IndyCar Racing II after nearly 10 years in development. User Sam Sapai at the IndyCar Racing II.net forums has completed the work started by the Stig88 to bring the quick Canadian oval to life. The track features full scenery and competitive AI, and is one of the main tracks missing needed to complete the mid to late 80s kart calendars for the sim. With recent new editing techniques, the community at IndyCar Racing II.net has hit a stride in track development, with many circuits such as Tamiami and the Detroit City track in full development. It may not be long till all the remaining circuits are completed to race the full kart calendar of the late 80s. Some may wonder why a group of modders may take months or years painstakingly working on content for such an old title. And while it's true, some of the sims released in the past 25 years offer a much more visceral, realistic driving experience, IndyCar II still acts as a relative museum of IndyCar and kart racing, and is still the last dedicated sim for the sport. It's not really something that needs to be rationalized. Racing IndyCar II is as much fun as it was 26 years ago. Now being able to race at the only Canadian oval ever in the series, it's that much greater. So, to celebrate the release of another great track, let's take the 1985 cars on a 40-lap race of the circuit and see if we can battle our way to the front around Canada's Super Speedway bullring. Alright, rolling down the back straightaway here at Sanair on the pace lap, and it is a single file pace lap. It's one of the only things not done on the track. Otherwise, it's very complete though, but we'll come down to turn 3, everybody checks up, Get ready for the green flag. I got Ari Leindyke behind me, Jim Crawford in front. Get the green flag. Slow start there. I don't want to jump them though and pass before the line, but we'll come down to turn 1. Just take it nice and easy here. Oh, understeering a lot. Cold tires. Crawford on the outside. Jump below him. Come into turn 2. He's going to hang it out there though, side by side. Come down to turn 3. Just keep it nice and tidy. You want to be right against the pit wall there. He gives it up on the outside. Take the spot. Come across the line. Complete the first lap up to 8th place. So I have a nice group of cars in front. Keep my eyes on the mirror. I got Michael Andretti there behind me. And still cold tires. I'm going to wash out wide. Andretti comes down low. Come down to turn 3. He's going to stick it in there in the Craco car. Pancho Carter behind too. It's losing a spot then. It's alright, tires are still coming up. Give it a lap or 2. Let's see what we've got. Feel like I might be a little light on downforce through the corners actually. We'll see if things even out here in a second as the car evolves as the run goes. Yeah, but this track races a lot like, I think the closest thing to it that I've ever raced in IndyCar stuff would be like a Richmond. It's about the same size as a Richmond, so that would make sense, but the tri-oval obviously makes it a bit different. Be more like a layout of a Phoenix, but it's smaller than a Phoenix. And because the inside here down the back straightaway is paved, it makes it feel a lot wider than the racing lines really are. It's just a really interesting track and represented so well here. So I'm stuck behind Bobby Rahal and Michael Andretti. See if we can work our way by them. Very difficult to pass 2 cars at once around here. See if I can maybe stick it to the outside. Not enough downforce for that yet. Or grip. Ooh, and I had a car diving into the pit lane there. Might have been Brabham actually, so... Or a different car, it wasn't Brabham, it was a black car though. Alright, Carter looking on the outside too. I gotta get by these 2 in front, they're holding me up quite a bit. Car's still understeering on turn-in, and I'll actually soften the front bar there. See if that helps. Got really close to the wall on the outside. Carter's gonna look up the inside. Try to hang it in with Andretti. Try to get a run on him down the back straightaway, but Rahal's right there too. Oh, it's way too close. We need to make it 3 wide to get by these 2. Carter's gonna stick it around the outside. No. Just wait till we get lap cars involved in this too. So I'm worried about Carter behind, but need to still try to find my way around these 2 in front. Looks like Rahal's sliding up in front. I almost understeer into the wall there. Stiffen the rear bar maybe. Get the car to rotate a bit better. Late in the turn. Andretti's still optimistic about the bottom line. Nice run through 1, but nothing to do with it on the high side. Oh, I tapped the back of Rahal. Wouldn't want to do something like that. Rahal, wonder where his gearbox went. Alright, gotta run on both of them down the front straightaway. We'll dive up the inside into turn 1, right against the pit wall. I think I got clipped by Andretti there on the outside. Lose the spot to Carter. Wow, you can't really hit other cars very often in IndyCar II. And twice in basically 1 lap there I did it. And they didn't spin out, which is very surprising. I get a run on Carter here. This is tight, close wheel-to-wheel racing, which is exciting to watch, but terrifying to do. Get a nice launch on Carter there, run a bit wide into the corner, but take the position away. These 2 in front are still discussing it. Try to set him up to come out of turn 4 maybe and have a better run. I don't know where else to do it. I got that run on the front straightaway. Oh, and there goes Andretti in front of Ray Hall. Ray Hall's going to look low now. No. I was thinking about throwing it in there. Run on Ray Hall a bit, come down into turn 3, see if I can stick it around the outside maybe. There we go. Get Ray Hall, maybe get Andretti, almost over rev the car. Andretti sticks it out there, but I'll have a better run down the back straightaway. He's going to come back low on me. It's good fighting. I'll run a bit deep into turn 3. He's going to come back underneath me. Oh no! Alright, so we're getting the 1 lap to green, and it's been a couple laps under caution, but somehow got away without getting damaged there, spinning out after making contact with Michael Andretti. He's a couple cars in front of me. Ray Hall was able to get back by, Pancho Carter as well, so I'm starting back in 9th. We got a couple lapped cars, I think, in between us and the leader as well, so it should be an interesting second half, but not often you can touch on a short oval and get away with it, and I think it's happened like 5 times in this race so far. Very close wheel-to-wheel racing. Coming to turn 3, falling back a little bit. Green flag, back to it. 19 laps to go, so just past halfway. Take it easy into the first corner. Should be able to pass, I think, a few of these guys pretty easily, but when they're side by side, it's so tough. Just gonna have to wait it out. I thought I saw an opportunity there, but I think it was my fault coming down low onto Andretti out of the corner. Got Jim Crawford here on the outside, or Stephen Chasey actually. Stephen Chasey, one of the slower cars. Get around him. Michael Andretti's caught up with another lapped car. Giacomelli behind me now. Alright, sneak underneath the lapped car. Dennis Firestone in front. Recognize that livery. It's a really nice looking car. Black and kind of flame orange on the sides. Sneak in front of him. Andretti able to scoot out just a little bit here, but I think caught up in the traffic. Will hurt me. 16 to go. It's not very many laps. Love to try to get into the top 5 maybe. I think all those cars are kind of right in front of me, so we'll see if I can sneak past a couple. Might have damage from that contact. I don't think so, though. I think I'm low on downforce. If I could do it again, I'd put maybe another degree in the front and rear wings, but I'm very fast on the straightaways. It's just through the corners, I'm a slight bit slower than everybody, so I have to try to pass him very late on the straightaways, but get a great run on Andretti here down into turn 2. He's going to stick it up the outside, though, as I take all of the apron to avoid him. I don't know how tight he was going to push me there, being almost 3 wide with Ray Hall. Epic battle between Andretti and Ray Hall in front of me. I guess I'm included in that. Alright, finally pull back up on him. Let's try to get a nice run out of turn 3. Just want to stick it in there, but it'd be very sketchy if we'd all make it through in one piece. Through turn 2. Up on the outside. Andretti gets held up a little bit by me. Nice run through 1 and 2, but nothing to do with it. It's Ray Hall right there in front of me. I can't just try to pinch him in the corner or anything. Alright. This is the time to do it. Up the inside, down into turn 1, try to brake late. Still 3 wide, but Andretti falls back this time. All right, able to get him, split him up from Ray Hall at least. Now my turn to try to get around Ray Hall. Easy enough. There we go, up the inside. Paint the white line on the inside. Finally, free of those two with 9 laps to go. Let's see what we can do with it. Got Rick Mears in front, maybe? No, Allenser Sr. Yeah, Allenser Sr. there. In the Penske show car. Famous story with that one. We'll close right up on him, though. I just need to set him up, maybe. Coming out of turn 1, just enough to get a run on him. On the straightaway. Hangs it in, but lets me go. Now, fighting for that top 5. Carter, who got around me before, is battling with Emerson Fittipaldi in front. We have a similar situation here with Michael Andretti and Bobby Ray Hall. Emmo squeezes him down. Take these guys 3 wide too. See if I can do the same move again. Up the inside. Oh, 4th gear there. Just pinch it onto the apron. Barely squeaked by Carter. Hold my breath for that one. But up to 5th. Behind Emmo here. Dive underneath him into turn 3. Just overshoot the corner. But make it stick. All right. Up to 4th. Got Allenser Jr. in front. 5 laps to go. I don't think it's going to be enough to make up 6 seconds on whoever the leader is, but see what I can do here with Allenser Jr. in the Domino's car in front. Oh, run way deep there into turn 3. A corner is really easy to overshoot. Dip it on the apron on the inside. Can help unload the car by touching the apron. It sets the weight of the car. It's very helpful in stock cars to use the apron to your advantage to help get around corners. And in IndyCar, though, playing with fire, doing something like that in real life, looks like we're actually closing in on the leader quite dramatically. I think they're probably caught up in this little pack of slower cars in front. I'd love to make quick work here of Allenser Jr. So come to the line. How many more laps? 2 laps to go. Try to get a nice run out of turn 1. Quite enough to get alongside him before turn 2, but coming out of turn 2, we'll use the lapped car as a pick up the inside into turn 3. Come to the line, 1 more to go. Got Mario Andretti in front. I can see the red car way up there. Past this lapped car, 71. Come through turn 2. It's not going to be enough to get up to him. Coming into turn 3 for the final time, down to 4th gear. Let it roll through, back on the throttle, and cross the line. 3rd place, all right. So I don't know if you would have seen it, but on the very last lap, Mario Andretti gets around Danny Sullivan to get the win in a neck-and-neck finish. They're trying to get through the lap traffic and things, but a lot of fun. AI have a little bit of trouble navigating each other, it seems, but it's pretty early days for it, and I'm sure some folks are working on some new AI. Honestly, they're pretty good compared to some of the other tracks that have been out there. I think this track looks amazing. It's not easy to make a circuit that represents something accurately but also still looks the part for IndyCar II, and I think Sam Sapai and the Stig 88 and whoever else worked on this over the years have really nailed it. The track, it has a style to it being an IndyCar II, but it still makes you feel like you're in Quebec, Canada somewhere racing on this cool little oval. As for the circuit itself, I think it's a really cool track. Like I said during the race, it reminds me a lot of Richmond, and that makes sense, but it kind of has a Phoenix shape, so it's a cross between Phoenix and Richmond, and I think it still exists to these days. I'm pretty sure it does, and was hosting some ACT Tour races and things, so I don't know, would it be too wild to think of IndyCar going back? I know I'd love to see them racing in Canada again, and this track is not that far away from where I live, so selfishly, wouldn't be too bad to see them go there. I continue to be impressed with the new stuff coming out for IndyCar II. I think they're some of the best made tracks that have ever been done for the sim. The work the group's been doing at the IndycarRacing2.net site just to figure out ways to fix some of these problems and fix different issues. It's really interesting to read about, and if you only knew what went into making some of these circuits, I think it increases the appreciation that much more. So I'm excited to see one of the lost circuits from IndyCar in the 80s finally get a little bit of spotlight, albeit in an older sim, but I hope folks appreciated it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you made it to this far, I'm sure you enjoyed it somewhat. Definitely go check it out. I'll put links in the description of the video to the forum post and everything with the track. Sounds like there'll be a little more development on it, maybe to fix a couple of the AI things, but I think it's awesome as it is, and I'm excited to do some more racing here. So thank you for watching. I'll be back with some more videos soon and a bunch of other things, as well as finishing out the 1989 season in IndyCar II. But I wanted to show this off and do something a little more casual for a change. So hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all again next time.